The modal class has the highest frequency. The highest frequency is 27, which is 12 to 16 class. To estimate the mean, we need to multiply in pairs and add them all up. But we need to find the midpoint of each group before we can do the multiplying. So all adds up to 1068. We're going to divide by the total frequency, which is 100, same as in the question. So 1068 divided by 100 is 10.68. So the volume of brick A is a prism, so its cross-sectional area, which is a triangle, which is a half the base times the height, that's the area on the end, multiplied by the length, which is 5. So, oops, that has a volume of 90. The cylinder, well, it's half a cylinder, and the formula for a cylinder is pi r squared. 6 is all the way across, so the radius will just be 3 times the length. And they want to know how much bigger is this than that. So let's subtract. We get an answer of 19.31. To 1 decimal place, there's the dot, there's 1 after the dot. Next digit is a 1, so we can ignore everything. We just get 19.3. Sequence is going up by 6's, and the first term is 10. So A is 10, D is 6, so we can write the nth term as 10 plus n minus 1 times 6. Alternatively, we can say that the terms are going up by 6, so it's 6n, but it starts at 10 rather than at 6. To get from 6 to 10, I need to add 4. Both of those are the same. So I need to find when this term equals that term. So when does n squared subtract 3 equal 6n add 4? It's a quadratic, so I'm going to subtract all of the right-hand side. So I've got n squared subtract 6n subtract 7 equals 0. And to solve that, I can use the quadratic formula with a equals 1, b equals -6, and c equals -7. Quadratic formula is -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we'll get 2 answers. So let's put that in. -6 plus the square root of -6 squared minus 4, 1, -7 all over 2 1s. So 7 is one possible answer. -1 is the other. which can't happen, we don't go into negative terms, so it's the 7th term, and that term is going to be 7 squared subtract 3 is 46. That's the same answer as if I do 6 times 7 add 4. It's still 46. Another way of doing this would be to just carry on both sequences until we get something the same. So 1 squared take 3 is negative 2. We could do this in mode 3 actually. If we put in x squared subtract 3, start at 1, let's go up to 10 will do. So negative 2, 1, 6, 13, 22, 33, 46. There we go. It's the same in both sequences. Lots of ways to solve that question. More steps, so we did 100% plus 7% is 107%. He's already done 10,800, and we're going to do 107%, so 107 over 100. So 11,556. Bearing of 220 from the library. So we're at the library, facing north, and we're going to go 220, so 0 round to 180, and then we've got to go on a bit further, 190, 200, 210, 220. So somewhere on that line. 140 metres, 1 centimetre is 20 metres, so 140 divided by 20 is 7, so I need 7 centimetres. There's 7 centimetres, so that's the post box. Hall to the post box is 7.8 centimetres. Each centimetre is 20 metres, so multiplied by 20 is 156. The bearing of the hall from the post box, that means we're standing at the post box looking north and then trying to go to the hall. So we've got to go all the way around to 180, and then a bit further, plus another 153. So 180 plus 153 is 333.